Yes! Pick on the first play, baby! That's our unk, and Tua turned the ball over. We're gonna need more of that today. The Chargers game just started. Here are my instant reactions from pregame, well, when the game just started right now, to halftime, to postgame. Justin Herbert just came onto the field. Obviously, the Chargers dealing with a ton of injuries they're trying to overcome in today's game. Quentin Johnston was ruled out with a hamstring late. We're down our fullback. We're down 3 or 4 of our offensive linemen and their backups. So we're gonna need performances from our backups in this one. This is gonna be a main problem for us all game. Short yardage situations. Hopefully we can use the tush push a little bit. Like I said, what's at stake? The Broncos barely beat the Jets this morning. The Chargers can just get a win. We will maintain control of the AFC West, but if we lose, the Broncos officially take first place after our 3-0 start. But we are playing the Miami Dolphins, who are sucking this season. Absolutely blew it last week. Already threw a pick to start this game. Just get the win, no matter how it has to happen. Just get the win, Jim. Get the win, Justin. Also, we don't want to lose to Tua. We all know about that storyline from the NFL draft. I'll be back at halftime. Let's hope that I'm in good spirits. Away with a sack in his first game. Are you hyped?
Woo! I miss Alohi.
Oh. Alohi, now you got me messed up. Alohi, Oway time. We're hyped for Oway time, not Alohi time. No! Gadsden. Assuming. Ain't nobody got time for following all 32 teams, but I know you want to keep up with all things NFL. It's why this channel exists. If you're an NFL fan, like I said, subscribe. You won't regret it. And then if you haven't yet, please like the video. I'm begging you to like the video. I didn't think it'd ever come to this, but I am getting on my knees to beg for you to like the video. It's the free way you can support my channel and tell the algorithm to send this out to more NFL fans like me and you. All right, back to the video. He bobbled halftime, and I kind of have some mixed feelings because the pass rush looks good. The trade that we just made for Oway looks great. It's Oway time. He got in there a couple of times. Got his first sack as a Charger already. We're forcing turnovers. Unk got a pick on the first play. And on the offensive side of the ball, we're surprisingly running the ball well with the 3rd string running back and 3rd string offensive lineman everywhere. I still think the Chargers probably need to trade for running back. McConkey. Chargers have to finish these drives off, and Justin Herbert has to take over this game with his legs. The Dolphins defense is clearly Swiss cheese. They're actually getting help from the field getting shorter and shorter as you get closer to the end zone. Stretch the field out, bootlegs, use your legs, run with the ball, read option, all of these things that we need to use to put stress on that secondary, especially in the red zone. Don't let them drop back into coverage, and if they do, make them pay with your feet 10, please. And defensively, we just gotta stop giving up the big plays. From play to play, we're doing okay. Our D-line looks amazing even without Khalil Mack on the field. Drawing holding penalties, getting to Tua, causing him to be off of his mark. Even that Waddle catch that he made right before halftime, Tua just closed his eyes and threw that shit up. And Waddle just stumbled it around and then caught it on the sideline. Chargers get the ball after half. Let's drive the ball once again. Let's get more than a field goal this time. And like I said at the beginning of the video, no matter what it takes, let's just find a way to win this game. Tua firing, intercepted! Tua turned the ball over appearance. There we go. There we go. Get Herbert rolling right. It's a touchdown every time. Can't take a sack. Can't take a sack. Oh! How did he get that out? Matt, just make the tackle. Tua's so bad. What just happened? The Chargers, like I said at the beginning, needed to win any way possible, and they won any way possible. Don't make me sweat that much next time. To open up the second half, exactly what I was talking about at halftime, we got Justin Herbert rolling, especially on the goal line, and scored 2 touchdowns with him rolling right like a Mike Stradamus. I predicted it. I'd seen the future. So late in the 4th quarter, to Keenan Allen, where it's too low. Keenan Allen wasn't able to catch it. Maybe he should have caught it too, even though it was too low. Because the Chargers O-line did not hold up in pass protection on the ensuing drive. He needed them to for him to get into field goal range. They let 2 pass rushers come through basically unblocked on back-to-back plays. On the first play, Herbert dodges the sack, gets the ball out so it's an incomplete pass. If he takes that sack, we use our timeout, the clock runs out, we have no chance to get into Cameron, the big dicker, kicker range. That was clutch as hell to even give us a chance at the next play, where Jalen Phillips absolutely jukes 2 people out on the stunt, has a free rain at Herbert, and just like he did to Nick Bonito.
2nd down and 6. Herbert to the air. Pickems the block at the right tackle. Got away from Allen. Herbert alive in the throw. Caught. Touchdown! Touchdown! Allen!
That play was unbelievable. Everyone said that was insane. It blew their minds. Well, he said, watch me do it again. Does it this time to Jalen Phillips. Stays standing. It hits Lad McConkey. And I wanted Lad McConkey to go out of bounds. Lad jukes in and then hits the sideline. Gains 30 yards to get us into easy field goal range with 10 seconds left. Ice cold type of stuff. Herbert is carrying this team. And without all these injuries, once we get Khalil Mack back, and we can seal the edges, and we get Joe Alt back on our side of the ball, and it even makes our rushing attack even more dominant, and we get Omari Hampton back, this Chargers team late in the season could be really scary, especially into the postseason. We could be Super Bowl contenders. But the Dolphins, man, maybe it's time to move on from Tua turning the ball over. What is going on with him? Today, he was awful. He should have thrown another pick to Derwin James earlier in the game, and he was just all over the place today. Something that's clear coming out of this game, though, we crushed the Oweh trade. Chef Hortiz traded Alohi Gilman, kind of pissed some Chargers fans off, but I was trying to tell everyone, we got a beast in Oweh at the perfect timing. And when you get Khalil Mack out there with Oweh, with Tui Tuipulotu, our rush defensive is going to get a lot better with Khalil Mack for one. And for two, we are going to be unstoppable pass rushing. Good luck to any quarterbacks we play late in the year. We play all three AFC West opponents later in the year. We going to sweep the whole West. I do still think the Chargers should be active in the trade market. Obviously, we don't have enough depth. No team has enough depth to survive what the Chargers have survived already this year and get to 4-2. So might as well just keep stacking depth. I'm looking at guards. I think it would be nice to add an upgrade to Zion Johnson. Then Zion Johnson slides back as the depth there. You can use Jamari Sawyer when he comes back as your tackle for either side, your swing tackle. Trade Pipkins as your tackle for either tackle. Zion's your backup for the guards. And we can focus on that going forward with Joe Alt out there starting. Maybe we trade for a running back. I know Kamani Vidal absolutely balled out in this game. And how about it? A Harbaugh pick. He went deep in his bag with that draft pick. And with Omari Hampton, I think that could be a duo for years to come. But without Omari Hampton, if he's injured, I don't want to see Kamani Vidal having to carry the load for the whole season. I just think back to the Austin Eckler days where he's just not big enough for certain scenarios. I don't trust Hassan Haskins, a converted linebacker to running back. I would like to see the Chargers potentially trade for running back still. They don't need to go out and spend big on a Derrick Henry. I don't think the Ravens are planning on giving up yet either anyways. They don't need to try and go spend big on a big name running back like Alvin Kamara, who said he wants to stay with the Saints. I think the perfect candidate is Tony Pollard. Get him off the Titans. He's a guy that can do a lot. He can receive the ball. He can run the ball straight up and down, north and south. He can fill in for spots for Kamani Vidal, and he has a very similar play style. So it's almost like you'll have an engine that continues going that's a receiver and a rusher at all times on the field. Fills in for Hampton, comes back, and then Pollard also works well with Hampton if there's an event where we have all three, which would be great. Pollard, Hampton, and Vidal. I also would not mind a Breece Hall trade. I think he fits really well in our offense. Gives you a lot of reminders of your Frank Gore days with Jim Harbaugh. I think that he would be cheap at this point in his career. And I think him and Hampton would be a very similar duo and a 1-2 punch that could house call any play, sincerely. I also wouldn't mind the Chargers adding a corner. You already added to the defensive line by getting the Oweh trade. You got Khalil Mack in here. We have a good secondary. I'm not saying we don't, but maybe let's add one more man-to-man corner. So that way when we get deep into the season, potentially the postseason, what I was about to say, we have plenty of corners in case there's injuries. We have plenty of corners in case we need certain guys for certain matchups against certain specific wide receivers that we run into. I also wouldn't be shy if I'm the Chargers to keep adding to the D-line. Why not? Especially if an interior rusher, Jeffrey Simmons, becomes available. Someone of that nature, someone that really makes your defensive line even more monstrous. We have the cap space. We have all of our draft picks. We have the team right now that is so stacked. I don't even think people realize it because the Chargers the last couple of weeks, they should have won that Giants game. This should be a 5-1 football team. Half the roster has a backup right now starting in the starting position that will not be starting by the time we get to the postseason. And if Herbert keeps playing like this, who's going to stop him? He literally has a 32nd ranked pass blocking O-line as of today. Joe Alt's going to come back and he fixes a lot of those problems right away, especially it being the left tackle. Left tackle is maybe the most important on the O-line other than center. Herbert right now has 12 total touchdowns on the season. He's already put up 1,400 total yards. His completion percentage this season is up near 70%. And now, like I said at the beginning, with Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert together, it comes down to win anyway, win at all costs, figure it out with all these problems, and they figured it out. And they're continuing to figure it out throughout the rest of the season. But how far can this Chargers team go when we get healthy? How good can it be? I think I got an idea, but I guess sooner or later, the ball definitely won't lie. Who's got it better than us?
Yeah, let's get it hype, kicking it off with NFLmike. Yeah, get ready to ride. You know that numbers and ball don't lie. It takes talent. Yeah, you gotta have luck for the